This is the RSGC Project 2.1 traffic light, PCB designed by Jay Schaffer. The wiring gets right to the point, with only three 10mm red, yellow, and green LEDs and a single 220 ohm resistor. The traffic light connects to the Arduino Uno using 4 wires. Pins 9 through 11, denoted by the squiggly line after the number, are pulse width modulation enabled, while on the other hand, pin 12, which is only connected to ground, does not need to be, as it only needs to output 0 volts. For testing purposes, this is what the circuit looked like. I had installed a 330 ohm resistor in the intent to dim the red LED. The result was dimming all the LEDs. In spite of this, by using an analog write and pulse width modulation, I was able to dim only the red LED. The digital Arduino uses something called pulse width modulation. Pulse width modulation effectively cuts up the voltages into periods. Here's an example of one period. Then it further divides the voltage within that period by the duty cycle. This is to produce an analog range in between the 0 and 5 volts. For instance, with a duty cycle of 25%, the voltage spikes to 5 volts for 25% of the period. The resulting output is an analog-esque signal. Finally, to use this analog-esque signal in the code, you must write it in not a 0 to 100% value, but instead in a byte value, 0 to 255. The traffic light PCB still looked quite bare, so I spent my Sunday afternoon designing and 3D printing a case for the PCB. The case also includes a cable managed pathway.